All right, so here's our exercise using our diaphragmatic breathing we just talked about, but now we're going to use for exhalation a bit of a prop here. This is a straw. I call it the Lucas straw. A little inside joke there. But here we go. I have a nice little plastic straw, which I will recycle, I guarantee it, okay, when this is over with. So what are we going to do with the straw? Now, interestingly, I learned this years ago. When I was an undergrad student, I was studying Chinese and psychology. They gave me a study abroad scholarship, so I went to Taiwan at that time. And on the weekends, away from the university, I used to go up into the mountains around Taipei City, which is the capital where my school was. And there was this beautiful little Zen Buddhist temple there. And for just a few dollars US, you could stay in these pilgrim quarters. And you could eat with the monks and sort of, spend your day with them, learn how to meditate. So I thought this is the coolest thing ever, at least for me at that time. So this is why I'm using the straw today. When I first went there, they gave me a bamboo reed, which is a bit like a straw. It's just a reed with a hole in the middle. So they taught me how to breathe properly for meditation. I said, okay, it's a very simple thing. You take the straw, place it between your lips, and we're going to use the straw to exhale. Okay? So we're going to inhale through the nose, exhale through the straw. That's simple. You ready? Okay, so here we go. Inhaling, nice breath of air, and out through the straw. That gets a little boring, doesn't it? So what's the big difference between my inhalation and the exhalation? Well, it took much longer because I have this little tiny aperture now to push all of this air back out again. So it teaches you to have a long, thin, slow exhalation, which does a lot of things we'll talk about in just a moment. But to do this again together, as we do this, you can keep the straw in the lips. Just place your tongue over the end of the straw so you don't inhale any air through it, and go ahead and come back out the straw. So here we go. Breathing in, 1, 2, 3, 4, for example, then back out, 1, 2, 3, 4, and just as long as it takes for all the air to come back out. So let's do it one more time together. Here we are. And back out. Okay, so now I'm wondering how long this takes. Is there a ratio, okay, an ideal ratio here? So I want you to as you inhale, to count, like 1, 2, 3, 4. As you begin exhaling, start again at 1, 2, 3, 4, and count that process. We'll compare the two. You ready? So here we go. Breathing in. And back out. Okay. Luckily, the Chinese taught me how to count on one hand, okay? All the way to 8. Okay? So here we are. What I got was 4 counts in and 8 counts out. So it's about a 2-to-1 ratio there. And that's what you should be getting more or less. Yours could have been 3 in, 6 out, a 5 in, 10 out, depends upon how much air you amassed here. But that's what we want to look for. So this is the proper exhalation for getting this relaxation process going in the body. We'll talk about that a little bit later because the next breathing method is going to be an ancient yogic one called the 4-7-8 breath, which we'll do in just a moment.